Hopefully the shush. Hopefully the shush was in there. How's everyone
Hello,
doing?
welcome to STONXCAST. I've been awake for about 5 minutes. My name is James.
I'm Ollie. How do?
We make drum and bass and trip hop, and we make loads of music. We make loads of different genres of music
I
that
just say
you are
bass.
going to listen to. It's great. I got on a playlist this morning. Everything's fantastic. Just ignore what's going on outside your window.
Yeah, if you look, as long as you don't look outside, everything's
Yeah, I
fantastic.
think it's been a really, really, really decent week, actually.
Yeah, man. This is episode 10 of Stonxcast. We finally hit double digits.
Yeah.
Maybe an air of professionalism is to follow. We'll see.
I've put this posture supporter on, not to bring it up this early, and I've started getting this fiery pain in my leg, my right leg. Just wondering if my leg's about to shut down.
Guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, I wear a posture supporter now, guys, because I'm like an orc. Ollie is worse and doesn't wear a posture support. That's why he's got his arm up like that all the time. He got Yennefer from The Witcher. He showed me a picture of his back once, and it was like the most offensive video I've seen this month, and that's this month.
I'm still pending NHS investigations.
Exorcism.
Yeah, I might just go private and fucking actually get it dealt with.
Right, I need to wake up. So if we're doing the tab tennis, I serve to you.
Boom. All right, I'll take it this week. We'll bore.
I'm going to add more cheese to these now, I think.
Well, I just thought we'll try it out last week with the free stuff first, because I find my stuff interesting, but I think it's just a load of boring news to other people. But it's music news, so it's not boring.
Yeah, but you're always finding new reasons to have a go at yourself. It's only because I haven't let you delete a track recently.
I've got to delete my brain.
Should have heard him when we were releasing Catalyst.
Oh yeah, that was a mad one. All right, so let's start with that. Actually, this says June 12th because it totally slipped us by, and we just decided to have a new release in the middle of.
Well, it's not the wrong release date. It's just we've released before that.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose slipped us by is the wrong thing. I didn't update the website because I'd have to update it again. So, yeah, this week we dropped new EP called Riot, Ashima X Score Unknown. So we did a track each 2 days ago now, Friday that came out.
Yep. I'd like to say actually that Ollie's plays have stagnated while mine are still rising. So we were having I was a little disheartened this morning when I woke up and found out that people didn't like my fucking tune.
Nah, man, you just see it. It's
however,
what happens.
It's just people in it. Like some people have only got the 3 minutes to listen to the first track. That's what I tell myself when I cry in the night.
You can look. I think Funkatron's probably on reflection now a better track than Plague Doctors, but Plague Doctors is number one, so it gets played first. Tactical Bass Response Unit is the only one that it's not happened on, for some reason.
And that's probably because we overcompress banging.
Yeah, probably. Mindset does sound better, so yeah. But then people have actually gone to listen to Mindset. They've not just gone banging's overcompressed, so fuck them. So I don't know, but generally, yeah, the second one doesn't, or takes longer, because when you're advertising this, even this here, when you press play, mine's first. So loads of people, even if they only play 30 seconds, that counts as a play to me and not to you. But anyway, yeah, we had this EP out. 5 days, we've got our Stonx release out. Alien Hand Syndrome. So new tunes everywhere. New tunes for you. Tunes.
So much.
Have a
so
tune.
much.
Tunes
Sorry, I'm still waking up. So much. Get excited.
Yeah, man. So we've been streaming. We did a stream yesterday, looking through the projects of.
Yeah, we did it. We finally did a long production stream, but we don't tell you everything because we need money.
No, we went through most of the bits
and
bobs.
we have a good look through the tracks and we give you a decent idea of what's going on.
And as we said a million times in that, come over to our Discord if you've got any questions and you want to know
that's
any
free.
more specifics. That's free.
That's free.
So without further ado, let's get on with it. So this week, our news is we had this EP out, and we've got this EP coming out next week. So eyes and ears peeled, everyone. Boom.
Double releases. So double releases. The social medias are all still growing. They've started growing again now with the Riot release. So we seem to have got we get a good extra 10, 15 followers now whenever we release something. So that seems to be we started off grinding it quite low. I think we could have accumulated some more followers before we started that sort of technique, but now that we've got it, we can just run with it.
Yeah, no, I just think keep going and it'll keep
That's
going,
only me
it'll grow.
chastising myself though, and that's because my day job, like, which I no longer do. Woo! I no longer do my day job. This is my day job now, which is fantastic for the time being, anyway. Until I try to monetize this, realize that I can't, and then I'll just go back to some sort of horrifying office experience.
Oh, for the meantime, let's up production and fucking smash
yeah, exactly.
It with
I'm
music,
grinding
so.
it. I'm feeling elite at the moment, just spending my days. But I've noticed that Mrs. keeps looking at me, so I should go and get a job.
Yeah, we'll just see how things go.
Yeah, will there be jobs? Maybe my next job will be Doof Warrior. And if you, I'm not going to tell you what that's from, but if you know what it's from, go look it up. It's fucking great.
So I might as well just preface this. Like, last week was a crappy week. This week, to be honest, as far as news goes, hasn't been much better.
No, it's
riots.
The situation's worsening.
Protests.
The police continue to. The police continue to protest for their right to just smash people the fuck up.
What was the thing I heard the other day? There was that old guy that got pushed over.
Yeah.
The 2 officers got suspended, and then 47 officers walked out in protest.
Well,
so
the problem is, I think more in the US than the UK, but still prevalent is the UK. Is it all gets a bit in the family with police sometimes, and everyone's like covering for each other and everything. And I kind of understand, even from the point of view of working in that environment, why you'd have to end up with those kind of allies or something. But it's not something that you can allow to carry on. But cronyism needs to be like driven out of everywhere, basically.
Yeah. Who polices the police? That's always been the question, right?
Yeah.
Who polices the police?
And the thing is, what you could say is, like, you know, we have lived under a certain manifestation of police presence, and we have now outgrown it.
Yep.
And this is like the last the kicks of that.
Yeah, I really don't know, man. We're just gonna have to see what happens, but
yeah,
it's crazy times. We've just gone fucking 2020, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mate. It's just
fuck is going on. So unfortunately, most of the news this week, or fortunately, not unfortunately, fuck it, it's power. It's power to the people.
Yeah,
man.
well,
So
yeah, there's nothing.
Like,
this is about time.
Yeah. But you know, this week the news again is dominated by a lot of BLM, a lot of the protests and stuff like that. So let's just kick it off with Resident Advisor. They always do some good stuff and help out and do a bunch of the work, so you don't have to. So I suppose that's another thing worth saying. Our Riot EP, the proceeds of that are all going to something we've not picked yet for Bandcamp. But
it'll be BLM or the Minnesota Bail Fund or something like that.
Yeah.
I quite like the. So I tried to donate to the Bail Fund. It might have just been me being slow, and I'm not even sure if it's called that as words. But there is a fund for providing bail for people who have been jailed in Minnesota over the protests, etc. And I quite like the idea of directly springing people. But if I can't make a donation to that, then it will probably go to BLM.
Yeah, I can't remember where it is. I was meant to get it up. Diddly-diddly-dee. I got an email from DistroKid earlier in the week saying that you can split a portion of your revenue or give all of the revenue away.
So that's the Spotify and all the premium
Spotify,
streaming services.
iTunes.
So we can do a section of that towards them, and we can do the whole proceeds from the Bandcamp.
Anything from Bandcamp. So Bandcamp, the album's free, pay what you want, and anything that goes there will be.
So essentially, you'll essentially pretty much be making a donation to probably BLM. I'll confirm this on the Facebook. I don't know of a reason why it wouldn't be BLM, to be honest.
Well, I've got this here. This is the only reason why, because this is a list of donate directly to victims' families, and there's a bunch of.
Oh, there's a Breonna Taylor one as well. Good, yeah, because that's being overlooked as well.
Exactly.
Just by the by, just if you aren't aware of this, on top of the George Floyd killing, which was obviously horrific in itself. There was also another accidental police killing. Basically, this woman apparently worked 2 jobs as an EMT, and she's sleeping in her apartment. Police break into the wrong apartment, looking for someone that they've already got in custody. And Christ, this happens. Trust me. If you know, like, I won't talk about it on here, but if you know my background, you know I fucking know. Basically, like, police bust in, and this has all been confirmed, they're after a suspect that's in their custody anyway. Unfortunately, her partner, obviously people are breaking into their house with guns, picks up a gun and starts shooting. I don't know if they were uniformed or not, but he could have just not seen. And they put 8 shots in her. and her crime was sleeping in her bed. So just fucking think about that.
Yeah.
Before you go on and you're just like, the protesters are so senseless now. It's fucking not, mate. This has gone too long.
No, the police are
and
senseless.
Everything you see is a manifestation of it.
Yep. Yeah, we've got a choice here of who to do our Bandcamp donations to. Like I said, the DistroKid, that's an automatic split that we set up. But then down here as well, there's some petitions going on. So if you are that way inclined and you want to help sign a bunch of these petitions, they're all Justice for Floyd, Justice for Belly, and then one here is a template for the UK residents to email their MPs regarding UK sales of riot gear to US police. So you know, if everything helps in that way. And then we get onto the US stuff, US-based funds and organisations. There's BLM, and then all of these other ones that you just don't hear about, but they're all doing exactly the same thing, fighting the good fight. You know, the Anti-Police Terror Project, LGBTQ freedoms.
Just like doing things to like desperately get people who, like, who have something about them that they made no choice about in this. It's just who they are. These are all societies that have to spend the entirety of their time fighting just to let people exist without hurting people. Yeah, like they're not hurting anyone.
It's insane.
Like, these organisations, there's this many and more that have to be in place to keep fighting for their right to breathe the same air as other people.
Yep.
And if you've got a problem like that, it's because you've got a mental health. Like it is basically it's almost a mental health thing. And I'm a mental health sufferer. I know. Like if you have those kind of like isolationist, it could be put down to a mental disorder. So
on a global scale, though, you know, we are.
And that's coming from someone with mental disorders. So yeah, fuck you, like because you won't do anything about it. And like same with anything else. Like everyone, it's hard to get help with the problem, but you've got to try.
Yeah, that's
it.
it.
And it is a problem. Like
that's it. You know,
it took me a while, but I got help with my problem. And if you're a racist, you need to get help with yours.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
I worded that badly because I didn't want to really link it to mental health or anything, to be honest. But what I mean is basically like
it's a systemic problem.
It's something that you and people around you have a duty to help you manage.
I don't even think it's fair to say it's an opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
It's not an opinion. Like it's not you hating someone because they're gay or trans or anything. It's not an opinion.
Colour or anything.
Like,
it's not an opinion.
You've got bits of you that need growing.
Yeah. You're you are.
So yeah, no, strike that. It's not like a mental health condition. It's like you are. If you have those kind of views, I'm sorry, you are not a complete person. You have not completed the requisite check boxes to really. I don't give a fuck.
Level 1 key skills, human key skills.
Yeah. You haven't completed the very bare minimum for me to accept what you're saying. You've not ticked like the very foundations for me to even consider what you're saying. I have spoken to people with racist views that have led me down a path where I started to be able to understand them, but it's a vast minority of them. So like, it's a tricky time. Sorry, I'm probably a bit pissed off.
It's one of those things. We said we weren't going to be political at all when we started this.
Yeah, exactly.
But then look at the world.
And I'm not sitting here like it directly affects me. I'm not walking out the street and the colour of my skin is not holding me back. So I don't think for a second it is.
No, but
it doesn't change how furious I am that we are as a species are still at this point.
I think especially I was reading an article. I don't know if I've got it up here. I might have got rid of it. But it was about how electronic music itself is just it is the modern music of rioting, protesting, and black culture. Because the way that blues was taken, it was taking the instruments that they had in wartime and repurposing them. You look at all of the rhythms, like in the build-ups of Catalyst and stuff. There's all these like polyrhythms. It's like it is music of the people. So like, even though you're saying...
I mean that's the thing. Like drum and bass isn't a particularly. I mean, obviously it has prominent black artists, etc. But it's not an core black roots movement kind of music. But so much of what we use. So much of what we use is
it
like
originated
it's all from
drum and bass originated from like London, UK, but that wouldn't have happened without the
it wouldn't have originated in London, UK without the black population there.
It wasn't for the immigrants that were there Totally.
I fucking hate this.
And
I
then
hate this that we're still doing this.
You get so many
We are still talking about this while like some like ridiculous person like who literally just left school and just became an asshole. And I'm sorry, I'm not being like educationalist. I know plenty of people who just finished school and didn't become assholes, but some people chose not to acquire any more like experience in humanity from that point. And then they sit in their houses and they vote, and we end up in this mess. And I'm fucked up.
Yeah, man.
It's not technically the general populace's fault, but they're starting to have a lot to answer for.
Yeah, but there's things that we can do as a population. So like helping out these organisations.
Sorry, this is probably quite an honest one because I haven't really checked what I was saying. I'm sort of dotting about on points and stuff. But yeah, I'm pissed and I want it all sorted, and I'm sick and tired of friends of mine who are minorities or you know, like people, gay people, like LGBT people and stuff. I'm sick of them being scared now, and I'm really fucked off about it. And it makes me run my mouth.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing that like a lot of people say to me, why'd you get so angry about all this stuff? It doesn't affect me. And it's like
they hate it.
It doesn't affect me.
They get angry at you for just being pissed that
like
other people are suffering. Like you shouldn't.
Well, yeah, if we sit here and do nothing, we'll be the only ones left, and then we'll be the last ones left to take. And you'll be like, oh,
exactly.
No,
I prefer not to go to bed having to deny or delude about 25 things to myself before I fall asleep. And I've got anxiety, so there's enough there anyway.
Yeah, man.
I don't need to add to that by all the shitty things I say and think in my letting all that stuff like linger about in your head and get rotty.
So yeah. Anyway, the link will be in the description. Pardon me. Yeah, do
gas-inducingly angry. You know, I know what you mean. Like my stomach is like, oh.
Yeah, there's bare things. There's bare ways you can help. You can do these petitions, UK, US, wherever you are. Bandcamp have helped. Other people are helping. Do what you can. I'm not telling people to go on the streets. Our EP Riot wasn't to make you riot. It's music to get that anger.
The only
out.
reason I'm not actively telling you to go on the streets is because it is a toss-up between your health and this movement. If there wasn't any health issues, I would be just telling you to get on the streets. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. That's the only reason I'm saying it as well. You know, I wouldn't. You know.
There was something funny in the air at the moment, and I'm not sure if it is even a virus. There's government in the air. There's too much government in the air to be going outside. Yeah, so man. Like, I get it. If you're sitting at home feeling bad that you're not out there doing this, but you're still an ally and you've donated and stuff, don't beat yourself up, man. It's a different roll of the dice this time. You've got to take it into consideration. What if you've got kids or something, you go to a protest and then they don't have a dad because you've got coronavirus or something? It could happen.
Who knows?
I'm not saying
Who knows?
and I'm not saying that you should definitely not go, but we've got to think about this pragmatically rather than just thinking with emotions, because again, that's just what got us into this in the first place.
I did see some good pictures of Hyde Park a couple of days ago. The first protest, the start of the protest in the UK, everyone was sitting 2 meters apart.
Yeah. The problem is and this isn't the fault of any one police officer, but because of the way systematically it's been set up and the way it has been for all of time, a police presence in itself is antagonistic.
Yep.
So the order will begin to break down with the police just there, even if the police aren't even doing anything. And that's not the fault of, I'm not saying that's police. That's not because police officers all are endemically evil. It is because the system they have been forced to work in is essentially so horrifying that it's given them that kind of vibe.
Yeah, man.
And that's me saying, I have in the past, I've worked with police. I don't think all police officers are evil. That's a ridiculous viewpoint.
Yeah, no.
I do think the police presents a hiding place for a certain kind of bad person.
I think you can look at any profession, and every profession has certain types of people. There's stereotyping, but then there's also like people who hate sports aren't going to go work in a gym, are they?
No.
People who like power are not going to be cleaners.
Yeah, it's just not. Yeah, it's just how you're wired.
There are certain types of people that.
And that's not saying all police are wired that way. There are police who join up, obviously, because they either want a decent career that they can be proud of, or they do want to protect and help the public. I'm not saying that there aren't
definitely
people
police
signing
out there.
up.
Yeah, it's definitely
but the
police
problem
out there that want peace. But
and you're getting to the point now where, especially in America, where you're like, well, what else can you do as a police officer but resign out of protest?
Mm-hmm.
That's when it starts. And I've heard a lot of people saying like the only good cops aren't cops anymore, and it's like it's a hard argument to push against, and I push against. I try and push against it because I've got friends in the forces and stuff.
They'd be screwed.
So it's a very tricky, and yeah, it's a very tricky time at the moment. So big love to my friends who I've only got a couple who are police officers and in the forces, etc. Like, because you are my friends, and I hope we can talk about this in a nice, like, standard, like, friendly, chill way, because it's a crazy world out there, and I don't want this causing divisions between people.
Yeah, the worst thing is us and them. That's the whole thing with the Black Lives Matter.
It's why I refuse. It's why I refuse.
And us. And
from what I've seen in America, I should just be fucking screaming, and I'm not, because I've got friends in the force, and I know there are some good police. Mm-hmm. So that is why I'm not. So it's a testament to the fact that they are good people that I still say, like, it's not all of them.
Yeah, man. Right, let's move on, because we can we could do hours on this. So let's move on. This one I totally would have passed by, but you mentioned John Hopkins the other week about something. And, I just saw this and I just thought, oh, you fucking hippie! Is he just discovered
he loves
acid
it, mate,
or something? Like, I listened to harmonics laying on top of harmonics for hours.
He makes sick tunes, man, but come on.
This is literally like, I'm going to play it and then we're going to get pulled again, so I'll just play it really quickly. That's it. That's like 4 minutes of that. Singing.
Is it actually?
Yeah, literally. It's literally it.
Do you reckon we'll get struck for that?
I don't know. We'll see.
John Hopkins, don't do it, man. Come on, I'm sorry.
It won't be John Hopkins, though. It'll be bloody WMG, Warner, UMG or something, right? Bastards.
I don't know. We did kind of cuss him out as well. It might be John Hopkins as well. John Hopkins is like, ah, fuck those guys.
Should we just start war?
If we get pulled, John Hopkins, if you pull it and you do it because you're salty with us for what we just said, can you please tell us so we know? And then we'll work something out.
And then we could do a collab and everything will be fine. So.
I never want beef with people ever. But
you literally said this week, let's start some beef with someone.
Oh yeah. But I was joking. I don't want it to be John Hopkins. I listen to him all the time.
Oh, I love it.
The thing is, he's one of my favourite artists. Like, I sound like a kid in school that's been caught saying something about the bully, innit? No, you're actually my favourite person. You're actually He is genuine. I do listen to him quite a lot.
I've not listened to much, to be honest.
He's good. He's really decent, man. It's a bit. He's like a more textural, but does some four to the floor stuff. Bonobo. It's down tempo-y.
Yeah, I listen to Bonobo. Just one of those things. Gorillaz. I've talked about them every single day, every single podcast for like the whole thing. I kind of forgot about how much I love them. I listen to Gorillaz all the time, all of their old stuff. But they've released an almanac comic book to celebrate 20 years. 20 years, man. Which means that we were listening to Blur over 20 years ago. Because he stopped doing Blur when he started doing Gorillaz. And that's even fucking weirder, right?
Yeah, that is weird, actually. I feel like Blur is still touring.
So yeah, that's interesting. I've always loved their artwork. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Idea.
Is it the band themselves that do the artwork?
I don't know who it actually is. Whoever's done it has obviously done it the whole time, because it's very. I think it's the person that does Tank Girl, actually. If I remember. I can't remember their name now. You remember Tank Girl?
God, better they're minted. That's a touch as well. I don't mind that kind of success if you're just like sick at art.
Not bad. So then some more music news. This one, the picture just made me laugh. It's Lady Gaga.
Okay, it's like she's in Kiss.
Yeah, no. Or the Borg. Look at this bit here. They're like,
well, yeah, she's been assimilated.
She's been assimilated.
I kind of already thought she was.
Probably.
She gave out, like, Lady Gaga's always given out like sorry, I'm gonna have to take this off occasionally, because what happens is I start to not be able to breathe in my neck, which means it's probably not a bag problem. I need to go to hospital, but oh well.
All right, it'll be fine. But there's something that happened on, was it last week? A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about our 6ix9ine Xanax friend coming out of prison, then dobbing on everyone. Ariana Grande buys all of her plays. Ah! But then this week, look at this. This is quite interesting, right? Thinking about going down that same rabbit hole. Chromatic, which was her new album, opened at number 1 with sales of 52,900 copies, which, according to the official charts company, the sales tally is more than the next 10 albums combined.
It's just hard to believe
that
that
sounds
that many
fishy.
more
That just
people,
sounds fucking fishy to me.
It's just hard to believe that many more people are into Lady Gaga, not next to like more accomplished music.
Like, yeah, of course.
And she's actually
Lady
a really
Gaga's
decent musician. I've seen some stuff where she's actually quite good.
She's going to sell more than Noisia. She's going to sell more than Spore.
Yeah, but I can't imagine she's selling 10 times more than like
the whole rest of the top
Weekend
10.
Or like whatever. Who's the big pot?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whoever the rest
I really
of the
don't
top,
know.
the rest of the top 10s are fucking like BTS. They're like massive fucking. I just that just seems fishy.
Dude, I don't know who they are.
They're these K-pop guys.
Oh what? Oh well, I've got more love for K-pop. Oh right, that's fine.
Yeah, they've been doing.
I've got more love for
really
K-pop than I do for Western pop.
Yeah. But I just I thought that was interesting. After that other article, it's like, I'm not saying that.
Isn't there a conspiracy theory that she murdered someone to get fame?
I don't know.
Not to drop it. Google it. Google Lady Gaga.
I'm not googling Lady Gaga murders.
No. Just.
All right, what we got? Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Yeah, thank you. Conspiracy.
Some believe
the
ringleader. Oh my god.
What is it? Some believe she's the ringleader of a global conspiracy. Oh, no, this is bigger.
Oh my god.
I thought maybe it was Avril Lavigne. Oh, was it Avril Lavigne that was meant to have killed her double?
Oh yeah,
She killed the real Avril Lavigne. Yeah.
Oh look, it just
people think that Lady Gaga's pure Illuminati and the leader of a satanic cult. Maybe that's how she's getting those plays. Maybe she's got a pentagram at home. She's conjuring them up with Beelzebub.
You can't look at that image and go, nah, she's legit. No, she's not evil.
That microphone's definitely going into her face, isn't it? Like, is there a
microphone? I just thought she's wearing bondage.
No, I meant the thing in her. I think that's meant to be her mic.
Oh, yeah, it probably is actually. I totally just didn't.
Probably should have recognised that blood.
I just assumed they were like fucking pins in her eyes.
But it does look like it's going into her face.
Yes, because she sings through her cheekbones.
Yeah, that's her vocoder.
I don't know. I don't really have any shit for Gaga.
I have no opinion on her at all, except for the fact that I think she's the leader of a satanic Illuminati cult.
Well, what I think with all of these top 10 artists, there's like 5 producers that are behind them all, and they are like 5 of the shit hot producers in the world.
There's like 5, yeah. It's all the guys from Toto's sons. They just sent them out into the world like, you will do the electronic portion.
Boom.
In case anyone wonders what I'm talking about, Toto wrote everything.
Yeah, pretty much for a good while. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. I've not even listened to her new album. It's probably really fucking catchy, but yeah, those. Yeah, numbers,
I can imagine it will have notes and the exact correct amount of everything.
Yeah, them numbers though, that's a bit fishy for me. Anyway, moving on.
Bit odd, bit odd. Especially with people like Kanye out there, like doing his like weird God mode thing and stuff.
Very strange. This I
fucking cuss out Kanye because we all know we'll get one back. Fuck you, Kanye. When I said beef, I meant with Kanye. He's seen his new trainers.
No.
Have you seen any of his trainers?
No. You bring up a tab and show me his trainers on your.
Oh mate, all these trainers look like they were designed by someone who's had a really bad day.
I'll do it. Go on then. Let's have a look.
No, I'm looking. I like to see them as well.
Okay, you just give me some trainers.
Let's spend 5 minutes cussing out Kanye's trainers.
The cuss out.
Let's have a look at them.
Right, you look at trainers.
16 of the best. What? So this will be the worst. Oh God!
I need to see. Share your screen or give me a link.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to send you the link, mate. It's absolutely horrifying. Right, hang on. I'm not even one of those people that's like, check out them crepes, but like, look at the state of these. I'll put it in the general channel so everyone can see it. There you go, Discordies. You can have Kanye West fucking sneakers. Have a look at those. It's bad, and then by the third down, it's just like, oh, mate.
Oh, my internet says no.
You just knew what they were going to be like. It's the middle ones, the little weird moon boot
not
things.
loading. It's not
They're only
loading.
400 quid though.
It's not loading.
What have you? Are they just too bad? Just type in Kanye West sneakers, and it's the first thing that
I've
comes
got the
up.
link here. It's just literally not doing fuck.
Not doing fuck.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Have a look at
Yeezys.
stay in them.
Ooh.
Look at the third ones.
Third
It's just
one.
like, oh no.
The third ones are the. Like the. The
Why
fourth
don't
ones
any
are-
of them? I mean, those high tops like almost looked okay until you actually look at them. Why have they got? What's the spine on the back of those shoes?
NRGs.
Why is anyone allowing this man to design anything? Look,
It looks like
I
Shadow
don't
the
even think he
Hedgehog.
should be designing Beats.
Those the Air Yeezy 2 NRGs. It looks like Shadow the Hedgehog. They're just like a edgelord shoes.
Oh God, yeah, edgelord shoe. It's black. Go watch Carl Smallwood's Fact Fiend episode on the edgelord shadow thing, and these are the fucking shoes that he wears. Oh my God, that's so funny. They actually got the black and red and the spikes and everything. There's so much like toxicity in those trainers.
Yeah, they are.
At least they come in red and like the worst red I've ever seen. The kind of red you can only see after a head injury.
Oh man, it's made me cry.
Right, anyway, we slammed Kanye's trainers.
Right,
the beef is up. Kanye, come get us, you little bitch.
Right, back onto some BBC. I'll get the BBC next. No, I would have ignored this, but because you got the orchestra samples the other day, I thought I'll read it. It's quite boring, but it's also just interesting that they're starting up again. They're doing the Royal Opera House will have its first performances this month. So it follows the socially distanced special stage, blah, 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 blah. So it's just interesting. BBC are kicking things back off. And
I still need to download
like
that Spitfire Audio Symphony.
Have you not downloaded it yet? I watched
a
video on it the other day.
I did. I've got so much to do. I'm just like, I'm flailing.
I've still got like a list of about 30 Max for Live plugins. I'm waiting.
Oh mate, I keep needing to look back into M4L, and I just can't. Not after what happened at uni. What happened at uni is like I can probably talk about it now. Like we didn't actually like. The problem is like I lent on my mate because I was seriously badly. So he taught me how to use everything, and because of that, my coding came out really similar. And they nearly did us for a perjury thing until we were like, but it's coding. What do you mean? It's not like there's not a nuance that we've captured or something. Like, you showed me how to do stuff, and I did it. But it's not like it's only because I was too drunk to go to the lectures.
I suppose all you're doing, you probably like. Did you make an oscillator VST or something? It's like
we were making VSTs and stuff.
It's like
so
you just
like,
got to make an oscillator with some filters. It's like what everyone's going to make the same fucking thing,
it was a
right?
bit of a tricky one, but like the university did let it go because they were like, fair enough. It's not really it's very hard to judge perjury on this kind of thing.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm an excellent litigator.
You shall be litigated.
Oh mate, don't take my degree off me. Like honestly, that will probably send me into I'm one of those people that like needs those things. If you take that off me, I'll probably just die.
No, it's no good. We don't want that. Hey, I've just got emails, mate. So many fucking emails. Emails
From
galore. Okay, my entire morning has just been dealt with fucking DistroKid. It's probably not even
we
their
don't
fault.
hate you, DistroKid. It's just really annoying about this one thing.
It's probably not even their fault. It's probably fucking iTunes' fault. And then iTunes make everyone else do it. But our new EP is Ashima X Score Unknown. Both of us have contributed to the EP. And our artwork we showed earlier. Sorry.
Well, no, we do that with Stonx. With the Ashima X Score Unknown, we both contribute like a full track each.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, we've got a track each. So the artwork is this. Ashima X Score Unknown. And the EP is called Riot. So I get these emails from DistroKid saying... I get 2 emails because I've uploaded each single to each person's accounts. So Score Unknown will turn up in Score Unknown, Ashima will turn up in Ashima. I get an email saying, oh, the Score Unknown one says Ashima on it. You can't have that. And then I get an email saying the Ashima one says Score Unknown on it. You can't have that. Okay, blue to do. Take that off, resend it in. And then they sent another one back saying, oh, Catalyst says Riot on it. Doesn't say Catalyst on it. It says Riot. And then I get another one. Ashima says choose your side. It doesn't. It says Riot, not choose. I'm like, It's the fucking artwork. What's your problem? So,
Yeah.
with DistroKid, you can't have any other artist's name on, which we were talking about earlier. Probably makes sense.
Yeah.
Or otherwise
So you
I could
can't
just
collaborate.
Well, otherwise I'd just write like X Noisier on all my stuff and pretend that I work with Noisier. So I understand why they don't do that.
But no, what they should do is contact the other artist on the artwork and ask, like any other company would do, and ask for their permission.
Well, I am logged into Stonx Music, the record label. I have control of uploading both of these to both of our
Yeah, I know. I
things.
mean, that's mental
Like,
within itself, but they
like,
should
the
at
fact
least
that I've done it from one place should mean that
they should at least have a channel where they can ask the other artist. On, I don't. This isn't even like a dig at distro. It's just like, is there a way we can do this?
Well, the only thing that I found is if you could put featuring, but that's not what it is. I'd have to put featuring on the song. I'd have to put Ashima featuring score on.
Yeah, it's not how we did it.
But that's not what it is. So yes, that's a bit fucked. Anyway.
And they've already had a go at us and told us our EPs aren't EPs. So like, Distro could just leave our artwork alone. But what are you gaining from this? Like
just bullying me. I spent hours doing artwork.
You're literally, you're like, there's nothing you're gaining out of this. You're just making him feel bad about the artwork.
But I just got emails saying it's good. Everyone's happy. They finally fucking acknowledged that it's fine after I remade the artwork again the way they wanted it. So they should be live soon. Now soon?
Cool.
I don't know. How soon? Now soon? Yeah, look, they're green.
Ollie, I must make an admission to you. I know we are trying to move away from the interlude, but unfortunately I started really, really badly needing a wee when I sat down.
That's all right.
So we might have to have a very swift one.
All right, I've still got loads of tabs left.
Yeah, but you're taking bloody ages to do anything on a live stream these days. Look at last night, I was passing out on screen. It wasn't even boring.
I did say 24-hour live streams. We're going to do 24 hours.
Well, I'll tell you what, you keep talking about your tabs, and I'll just go and empty my bladder, and then we won't have a break, and we'll just carry on.
Yeah. Solid.
That's the best way. Keep the continuity. I'm going to disappear for a second, kids, because I can't manage my toilet time.
So the tab before this was that BBC are starting up, doing the Opera House is starting again, blah, 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 blah. The other thing we've had this week is, I mean, this fucking year, man, it's just been a fucking shitstorm. So Brexit was the first fucking thing that happened, and then this whole COVID situation, and now all of the rioting and protests. So ignoring all of the other shit, going back to Brexit, the immigration crackdown, there was loads of different things I've read about how this is going to affect, but basically it's looking like anyone coming to the UK to play a gig, basically do a show, is working. So you will have to apply for a visa, which is the same as if I wanted to go over to the US and do shows there. So it's like, it's not an unheard of thing, but there are like loads of my mates in bands. They jump in the van, they drive across to France, and they go across Europe and do all of their stuff. Some of my session work I worked with a band a couple of years back, Gaia Epicus from Norway, and they came over from Norway. The drummer, the vocalist, guitarist, and drummer came over from Norway to play here, and they paid me to be their session bassist. If they had to buy visas and do all of that stuff as well, on top of insuring their equipment, it's a whole nother blockade just in the way, really. You know, it means that it's only going to be big artists that can afford to come across. So therefore, smaller venues who get the smaller artists, they're already affected by the whole COVID, social distancing, and being closed down, cancelled shows. When it comes up to reopening again, now loads of small artists aren't going to be able to play. So we've got a load of numbers here of like diddly dee how much they're expecting.
Has he bored you to death yet?
Yeah, maybe, nearly. So here it goes. Apply for the visa will cost about $240 for each group member. So if you've got
now, I don't have any context on this article, but as far as I can remember, Priti Patel isn't a human rights activist, is she?
No.
So I can imagine this article won't make things easier for the same kind of people that probably originally immigrated to the country and then obviously gave birth to her.
Well, she's actually warning of the problem. She's the one who's mentioned that there is a problem that's gonna happen. So I just said at the beginning of all this.
Oh really? Oh, sorry, Pretty.
Yeah.
You're usually doing something really evil.
Yeah. I was mentioning at the beginning of all this, we've had COVID and we've got the protests and stuff now, but at the beginning of this year we had Brexit, and that's still not gone through yet. And one of the things with Brexit is, I know personally a lot of my friends comes to summertime. What?
Oh wait, no, it's not her warning of it. It's her crackdown, and a leading figure has warned of it.
Oh right, yeah, it's fucking whatever.
I was gonna say she doesn't do nice things, mate. She's like pure menace.
Evil incarnate.
She's honestly like everyone knew a girl like Pretty Patel at school. Like,
try hard.
Yeah, just try hard. Doesn't like very, very ambitious, very assertive, and has at one point along the line been taught that it's okay just to cut through her way through life.
So these
seems to be the case.
These 3 points here are basically what's going to fuck it up for everyone. So when Brexit happens, any of us that go over to Europe are probably going to have to deal with some of the same things. But any smaller artists coming from Europe to the UK, or anywhere to the UK, but I say predominantly Europe because these were artists that before had a free border. So I did the session work with the Norwegians a couple of years back. They probably wouldn't be able to afford this now. So it's £240 per person for the visa. You need proof 90 days before applying that you have £1,000.
Yeah, this has been on the cards for ages.
Yep.
I was going to say she doesn't care about the UK music. Look at those two drones. Look at they're just like the perfect worker bees for them, aren't they? Like.
Yeah, man. So it's really like the thing that I see of this is all of these small venues that are already going to be struggling post COVID and social distancing. Now the smaller artists aren't going to be able to come and play in those smaller venues. That's what it means, Slipknot, coming over from America, they had to apply for a visa anyway. I think America to
yeah,
UK.
remove your ability to see sort of your grassroots bands.
So Slipknot, they got fucking 9-10 members.
Yeah,
they still pay that. They have £1,000 in savings. That's not a problem for them. But those young kids starting up.
I wonder if successful artists will start fronting the costs for other bands.
Things like that have happened before. I do remember
like charity funds or so. Music's a bit like that.
I remember I can't remember the band's name now.
She's got some really, really foul opinions.
I'm
that
just gonna
woman.
Get rid of her.
Yeah, please. I really don't like her. Ian Duncan Smith, Sajid David, or like they can all get in the skip.
I went to see Metallica a few years back, and I'm pretty sure one of the support bands there, it was just a band that Lars really liked, and he contacted them.
Lars Ulrich would do that as well. I bet he wasn't even nice to them.
Probably not.
I bet it was like a really, really intense, like harrowing experience for them. Yeah, he's all like packeted up. Like, I don't know if he does coke.
No, he's probably all good now. I think. Those times are done.
Sorry, Lars. We're not trying to pick too much beef in one podcast.
This is the beef episode. Beef. Yeah, so I think you're right there. There will be that kind of nepotism kind of things and handshakes.
I hope so.
Things.
Let's see a bit of altruism. We do it when we can, but last month our Spotify revenue was $3, so you can fix that, kids. You want us to help out more? You plumb us up.
Yeah, man. If all you got to do is listen to the Spotify.
Plumb us up.
Listen to Spotify. We get paid. We help you. You help us. Everyone's help.
Yeah, give us your money. We know what to do better than you. It's much like taxation.
You don't have to give us your money. That's the best thing. You don't have to. You just listen to the Spotify, and then Spotify give us money.
I'm kidding.
Spotify give us their money. So here's an interesting one. Like I said, most of these are going to be to do with Black Lives Matter. I'm afraid, because that's what all. Well, not I'm afraid. It's like it's what everyone's talking about at the moment. It's what's happening. So Republic Records have now they've got rid of the word urban from its company vocabulary. So you need to stop. You can't have urban rampage. That's not allowed anymore. You can't have urban as music. They're just saying how they're encouraging the rest of the industry to follow suit, and it's a change in attitude that will change the future. Which I kind of agree in, but it's like, look, the term urban in music, change starts at home. Therefore, we at blah 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 blah. But I mean, I don't know whether I agree or not. Like, urban is a word to describe an area, and a certain type of music does come from that area. Like,
because I count
grime music.
I count like rich bits of cities as urban environments as well.
What grime
So, like,
music? Grime music.
Canary Wharf and like. I'm not defending my right to use the word. I mean, if people don't want to use it, I won't use it. But to me, it's
I just
urban,
think, grime
not associated to like class or
not in my head,
race.
no.
But maybe it is in the US. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I'm sitting here, I'm a white guy from England. I don't know. So I will research it and probably stop using it. I don't know if I can change the name of Urban Rampage.
No, it still is what it is. But I just think, in my eyes, someone in the fucking mountains in Bolivia is not going to make aggressive grime music, which is tailored at how they get oppressed by the police. That's not what someone in the mountains, like urban describes a place.
Urban to me is a word I learned in geography that's the opposite of rural.
Yeah, it's a place. Urban is a place.
But then again, if you think about it, you could say there are negative connotations in this country to calling people rural.
Your country bumpkin.
So I guess if you look at it from that, I guess if you work it through, I'm basically doing the working in my head that I'd usually do just in my head. But because it could have a negative connotation if it was used in the opposite sense to describe people in my country, which I guess it kind of does. I can at least see where they're coming from, so I probably will.
I suppose the problem is
less, or try and not use it.
The problem is if there's a record label that's like, oh, here's a black artist, put urban on their thing. That's a problem.
Yeah, I know American labels. Well, no, that might be here as well. Yeah. All right, I get it. I get it more than I did when I first.
It's a weird one.
I certainly wasn't thinking about that when I did Urban Rampage. I literally
urban
just
as in the streets.
It's in the
urban.
city.
Yeah.
It was just meant to be about. Like, I mean, have you been to a rave, mate? It's not a one color thing.
Urban neighborhood.
I mean, like, if this dude really...
It means low income, not safe. So when you say urban to me, it's letting me know that you think it needs to be rebuilt. I think this is all a bit like, really.
See, no, like, if I was saying, like...
Shit.
If I was saying decayed or like dilapidated or something, or urban decay even, but... I don't know. Oh, yeah.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one with words.
It's definitely not something I have a strong enough standpoint on to ever get into an argument about. So if it's decided that we won't use it, we just won't use it.
Yeah, same. But it's like, imagine someone saying, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like,
you see, that's the thing. Like, so he says, I don't know anyone that does urban music. I would definitely describe some of my stuff as like urban music.
Yeah,
So it's really tricky.
The sound,
like a lot of my
stuff
has like Foley sounds from the city, but maybe we're completely missing the point because we're white people.
Yeah, that's the point. That is
so is it possible? So if anyone wants to school us or anything, because obviously I've seen a fair bit of the world, but I've not seen all of it, so I don't know, and I want to learn and debate rather than argue and hate.
Yeah, it could easily be our ignorance, but I think that's a bit of a weird one. I would say that urban does describe a type of music.
I'll have a chat to some other friends, and I've got a decent pool of people to sort of form this opinion from.
Yeah,
so
it's an interesting one. We'll see what other this is the only company I've seen that have done it.
It's definitely a decent talking point, though.
It's an interesting one. Right, let's continue. And then a bunch of this now. I'll just blast through a few of these because it's just companies giving money and doing nice things. So Germany commits 1.1 billion to restart cultural sector post-lockdown, including 170 million for live music. Germany commits 1.1 billion to restart cultural sector post-lockdown, including 170 million for live music. The German government has announced 1 billion, approximately 1.13 billion.
Stop it.
Sorry. Yeah, that's cool. Germany's helping out.
Yeah.
Small venues and all of that stuff. They're putting the money in.
It's a pretty decent place. They put a scientist in charge, and it was a pretty good idea. Things have gone okay.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm sure there's some people unhappy with her as well, but
yeah. Sony Music Group launches 100 million fund to support local justice and anti-racist causes. Boom! Thank you, Sony.
You'll get the classic debate here of all the companies jumping on it.
Yeah, it's always going to happen.
Maybe, but at the same time, like, I know within these companies that there will be a high percentage of people that aren't racist. I mean, if you work for a music company, it's unlikely that you'd have the same level of in different industries, I guess.
Yeah.
Different industries have different problems, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much. But everyone can agree on these big world
Whew.
problems.
Cutting the line sometimes tonight. Well, tonight it's broad daylight outside. I don't know what's going on. Don't listen to me.
So this is 10k together. Projects launched charitable arm. 10k together with half a million commitment to fight racial injustice. So it's cool. More good. Universal 25 million fund to support the black community in first phase of global company task force. The other thing that I see as a bit of a problem with this though is all these companies just go fucking chuck money on it and then we'll keep doing what we want. Like, they're not actually helping. They're just throwing money.
Well, that's the issue, isn't it? It's not like if there are people in those companies with views, they're not changing.
No, they're just look. We gave 500,000, so
yeah,
shut up. So it's this one is interesting. So that's all the money people. Live X Live we were talking about the other week. They are doing the pay-per-view gigs akin to WWFE, whatever the fucking is. WWE can't be WWF. I'm fucking old man. Pay-per-view events like your boxing and stuff. So they've now released their smart TV apps for Samsung, Apple, Roku, Amazon, Fire to follow. So now that they've got that, I think we should kind of look into it and see. You're looking at live performance at the moment. Maybe we can do some streamed pay-per-view gigs, which is something interesting for the future. So they claim that their stuff's going to be over 90 million.
Well, this
consumers.
Is interesting because I was seeing what the scope. Thing is, you don't want to start charging for something that loads of people are doing for free, isn't it? And loads of people are like releasing sort of their mixes and live stuff for free at the moment.
Yeah, it's not about the mix. I mean, we can do our live streams like we're doing now. It's just
that's the thing. There's certain things. If I was going to put a premium on the content on this kind of pay-per-view thing, I'd want to make sure that we like texture it out.
Yeah, but I want to see what Live X Live do and how they're going to do it. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it, and we can build a whole show.
I think I just had like an instant reel back to like pay-per-view events, just because I always remember when I was growing up, like, I'm not paying 50 quid for fucking wrestling. Mum will never let me do that. That's the issue.
Yeah.
That's the issue. Is because I wasn't allowed them as a child.
But if we can't
I
go out to gigs,
I never got to see all like the TLC matches. I definitely saw them.
I think it's a good intermediate between people going back to gigs and stuff. So we'll just see what happens.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a way for people to start supporting the industry. I very much get in the headspace that I'm like, even if I'm releasing tunes, I don't feel like because I love this so much, it doesn't feel like true work to me.
Yeah.
So I always feel like a bit of a charlatan, like even if people like the tunes and stuff. So I always I haven't, despite the fact that I like open the podcast on the live stream by like usually instantly asking you for money, I'm actually really shy about that kind of thing. So like, yeah, maybe I just had a bit of a reel back on that mixed with like not being able to watch Kane when I was younger.
Yeah,
I remember there was a blazing row in the living room once, and it went on longer than the fucking. You could have just filmed that and pay-per-viewed it. Actually,
that's where you're going wrong.
Pretty sure my mum got a ladder at one point. Like, my mum was not above like a TLC match, man. Like, shout out to my mum. I love you to bits. She bought my 82-year-old or his 81-year-old stepdad boxing gloves for Christmas and made him box with her. And like, it would have been if it wasn't so cute, it would have been abuse. But like, nobody had the heart to call the police. It was just brilliant.
This is one I talked about the other week. Warner Music Group going to NASDAQ, so now you can buy shares, $25 a share.
Oh, right.
If you want to diversify your portfolio and buy some stocks.
I don't know how I'd even do that.
You go on the NASDAQ.
I don't know what that means. They're all weird words to me.
Basically, if you want to buy Warner Music Group, you can buy
I do actually. I understand the concepts of shares and floating things on the stock market and stuff, but my brain just disagrees with it as such a primal I just don't want to know it.
Fair enough. I don't really know what's going to come of it. They're obviously trying to get a load of money to do something.
Nothing. It's a company. Nothing good.
Well, the reason that they're doing it is to raise funds. That's the reason you do it. You sell parts of your company to raise funds. So what are they raising the money for? That's what we want to know. What are they going to do with it?
Isn't it just to make the remaining shareholders still richer?
Yeah, it could just be.
That's all a company's ever doing. In a capitalist society, a company's only drive is to be beholden to its shareholders, isn't it? So it'll just be something for them.
Well, the only reason I say no is because the amount that TikTok has been spending on VR and game dev stuff. Sony Music.
Alright.
We've not heard anything from them yet. This is what they're
I'll
doing
stop being
instead.
an anti-companyist.
So
I'm
I'm
sorry.
still anti-company. I wouldn't sign to a big label. But it's
We'll
still
keep saying
interesting.
that because nobody will contact
No one
us.
will contact us. I wouldn't sign to them even if they would.
Safeway.
Yeah. We'll just have to see what comes of it down the line once they've made however much money they want and see whether they just take it and buy themselves more houses or if they...
Once the requisite people that would literally steal the air from your lungs have been had their blood offering, then whatever's left, will go towards whatever is the most profitable good cause at the time.
Yay!
Welcome to STONXCAST. Just leave your hope.
So here we go. Look, Iskies got promoted. How good is that? Look.
Well done. Sorry, I'm a right miserable guy.
Dipesh Palmer. He's been Sony Music UK have promoted him to President of Ministry of Sounds Recordings.
Nice one. Well done, Dipesh.
Yeah. If Ministry of Sound probably wouldn't ever play our songs either, so we don't really need to know him. But I suppose Stonx Pop, they might play that. That's catchy when that comes out.
We hope to meet you later, Dipesh.
Yeah. Music Business Blackout Tuesday. We did this. A bunch of other people did it as well. It's kind of no point talking about it because it happened, but this happened. Everyone kind of just did a whole media blackout just to kind of... it backfired a little bit, actually. The whole point of it was so that we weren't posting buy our EP while other important information is going around, but instead everyone was posting Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. So then still none of the information went around because everyone was still spamming. So
you were meant to hashtag Blackout Tuesday.
The whole point was no one was meant to hashtag anything. It was meant to be a fucking blackout.
But then what happened was when people saw how many people were hashtagging Black Lives Matter, they created the Black Lives Tuesday hashtag to try and draw traffic away from it.
Yeah.
Because we are not a smart species. We are not a smart species. I actually just posted a black picture.
Yeah,
There's no hashtags on our post.
I didn't do the black picture because when you do that, it comes up on your socials saying you've updated your picture. So even that takes the wall up. So I just did nothing.
Well,
I did nothing, and then I asked you to do it for Stonx because I didn't want anyone to think we were racially insensitive. But I just did nothing. I was just like, well, if it's a blackout, then I just won't go on.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what you should have done.
That was the point, right?
I wanted people to know I was pissed, so that's probably where that came from.
Everyone knows I'm pissed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, you just go down the towpath anywhere.
Any towpath,
you'll find
hear
him.
me.
Any towpath, you'll either find him or his mate Pat, who's scarier.
Blackout Tuesday though, yeah, a bit of a balls up, but I think they got hold of it in the end. They managed to reclaim the hashtag.
It still had its impact.
Yeah,
I think whatever happens, whether it's companies or whatever, more people are thinking about their racial views now than they were before.
Yeah,
and that's
questioning and just questioning their own beliefs.
You ever tried to get a racist to change their mind? Fuck, man. If this can get one of them to do it, it'll be a fucking oh my god. They really, really like hating.
Yeah, they like to hate. That's it, isn't it? So this is an interesting one as
well. And they hate that you care. They hate that you care as well. That makes them even angrier. Yeah. Fuck me.
I thought this one was interesting, more for your stuff, for your Ashima stuff and your trip hop. Apple Music is dominating streams for US hip hop releases. Oh, drop me a microphone. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, I have to do that once an episode. It's ritual.
Even more than you might think. So Apple Music has claimed more than half, in some cases 2/3 of US streams for a run of blockbuster hip hop releases in the US, which is crazy percentage. Like, we talk about Spotify, definitely we get more plays on Spotify than we do Apple Music. So statistically, looking at our analytics, I would say Spotify is better for drum and bass than Apple Music. That's what I would glean from
my music's not like true hip hop either. It leans heavy on the electronic music side.
Yeah, it does, but still, I think it's an interesting because you have had a sale on iTunes, Apple Music, with Urban Rampage, that EP.
Yeah.
You didn't have a sales on Android or Amazon Music, or if you have, they've not come through yet. So it could be that Apple
I've had
Music
a sale, by the way, guys. I've had a sale. So's Ollie.
but the interesting thing is, it could
We've
actually
had more than one sale.
It could just
Sorry.
be that Apple Music are better at giving their analytics and doing things quicker.
It's because they keep reanimating. Steve Jobs is dead, isn't he?
Not if they keep reanimating me, isn't?
Yeah, no, I was gonna. Can I make that joke? Because if he's
Yeah,
still
well-
alive, he'd be. No, he is. He definitely died, didn't he?
He is, yeah. Unless they reanimate.
It's because they keep. He's like the world's best money maker in any way possible. Like so yeah, like they keep reanimating him and just like, what do you know, Steve? Pretend you're a hippie.
So yeah, this was looking at a couple of artists. So like,
Sorry,
Drake,
Steve Jobs.
Drake has,
No, wait, no, hang on. He wasn't a good guy.
I don't know. The one thing that I'll never forget with reading was that he doesn't let his own kids spend more than 20 minutes a day on tablets. It's like, well,
Or didn't.
Yeah.
He's screaming. He definitely died. Like, God rest his soul or whatever. Like, rest in peace, mate. But...
Yeah, these statistics, look, it's quite interesting. Look, listen to me. Shut up. Drake, 226 million streams. 61.5% of them were on Apple Music.
Mm.
And then Young Boy, 71.2%. It's like big numbers to have dominated by one platform.
Interesting.
73% there and 68, and that's just with the UK hip hop. So it's just interesting. Maybe down to DJs using iTunes and mixed in key, or certain. There's some weird reason that we don't know about yet. Like in the hip hop community, that people are going to Apple Music. Well, I don't know why, but interesting. Right, a couple more, nearly there. TikTok is one of the ones that we talk about quite a bit, but neither of us use or have any fucking idea about at all. But it's turned these geezers into like a global hit. So you can get your music on TikTok, and then people make videos to them, or they dance to it, or they just do shit. So it crept into the billboards, and it got picked up by a TikTok group, and it became a challenge.
From Hull. I went to uni in Hull.
Uni and all, but
Yeah.
it got they made a little challenge and did a little thing with the music, and it went viral, and that was it. Bam.
Nice.
So it's crazy nowadays with the whole meme culture and everything being so instant.
Yeah, you just need to get
just
it
don't-
included in something, or like,
You
yeah.
just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen.
I can't make myself download TikTok.
I'm not.
I'm too miserable. There's too much joy on TikTok.
I'm
like,
too old
everyone's...
for TikTok. I can't. If I go on TikTok.
Oh,
TikTok
hello,
should be me like
the
this.
missus is on the move. Oh, no, she's fucked up.
My TikTok will literally just be me like this. What's going on? What's this?
Yeah, just knocking your microphone over.
Which might be quite fun, actually. I might start a TikTok if anyone wants to see.
Yeah, do a
close-up.
TikTok, mate. Yeah, well, that's the
close-ups
thing. You've
of
got to
my
tap
eyes.
into these things. It's I watched like 4 videos of people dancing on TikTok, and I was like, why are they all so happy? And then just turned it off.
Right, my last one, and we can pass over to you. Sorry, I've taken ages this week.
That's all right.
My last thing was, and this is again for BLM, but Excision, Kashmir, and a bunch of other people, Henry Fong, Dion Timmer, Graves, Phase 1, they've all contributed with a cymatic sample pack. And I'm not really one for using other people's samples. We make a lot of our own samples. But money goes to a good place, and you know it's just going to be some nasty womps. Like,
Yeah.
you want yas, womps.
I don't know. Like,
Terminator.
it's tricky with sampling. Obviously, with hip hop, you have to use other people's samples to get the sound.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's-
I do. I sample. Okay, I sample.
I use a
instruments.
mixture of my own samples.
I use a lot of samples. I never sample my bass lines. They're always my samples.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at actually as well. So
I'll
if
happily use
like,
drums and.
I use a lot of world instruments, so
Yeah.
obviously I'm leaning on those samples because I don't have a Ugandan harp under my desk. I do have a kalimba though. Have I shown you this on the? Have I shown this to the world yet? We've got one of those little thumb pianos.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Just get that in a
I
track.
think it can also be called like a mabir or a mabir. I don't know if the M's silent.
So yeah, look, there's a bunch of things. You got some excision. If you want one of them?
Oh yeah, I want the KSH MR flute loop.
That sounds like some stuff you could use.
But the thing is, I just end up making my own flute loop with like some
Yeah, that's it.
I only ever use one shots unless I'm cutting it up. I don't think I've ever put a full loop into something or anything. Not that I'm against that.
No, it's always cut up and sampled and things. But it's only $25 if you want to support. Your money goes to a good place, and you get a bunch of samples made by a bunch of decent producers.
To this day, I still don't know what Excision looks like.
Oh, he's just some white Canadian dude, isn't he? Him and
Isn't that Datsik as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just like they're from around the corner from each other. I think.
I know what Datsik looks like.
Excision. I always just when I think of him, I just sing triple X rated. I'm XXX bitch, triple X rated. How many X's has he got?
He was a big thing for me when I first started getting into anything. Yeah, what's going on? Just put images.
I'm old man. It's just like
he is.
Yeah. La, 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 la.
He's got a really winning smile.
Hey, come on! I'm
Maybe I'm a
triple
little bit
X
flustered.
rated. I exert stress when I export beats. Your turn, mate. Let's swapsy.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Woo!
Hello. Let's go over here then to my
I'll just sit here
tabs.
and eat cake now.
Oh, what? Oh, mate, hang on. Wait 2 seconds. If you're eating cake, I'm having cake. Where's my Victoria sponge slices? Sorry, guys. Cake break.
I was doing it because you could talk. Now you're just cake time.
I fear of missing out issues with cake. I've got miniature cakes with me at all time. Right, I'll share screen. What? For both of them? Sorry. I hope everyone just saw the bit of cake fall out of my mouth. You've disabled the screen sharing, you shit!
No. Oh yeah, I did.
Bloody nightmare.
Try now.
Right, kids. Let's have a quick look. I've got some free things. I found some free things. And that's fine. I can buzz through this and keep us nearish time. So I found this. Oh no! I've been scuppered! There we go. I'll just double check that. Yeah, sorry. My girlfriend very helpfully to save my CPU put my tabs to sleep, and now it's scuppered me in the live stream.
That's
all right. You'll be hearing about this later.
Fresh them when you open them.
No, it's fine. Right.
Totally unnecessary because you've probably got 24 gig of RAM or something, haven't you, in there?
It's because I was opening one of your projects, Ollie.
Oh.
So why don't you suck my balls?
Oh, you're connected to the internet while opening projects? You nutter. That stopped me from live streaming for years, by the way. Just literally couldn't open projects and be on the internet.
Yeah. You have like 4 tabs of Firefox and you fuck. Right. There is an emulation plugin. I love an emulation plugin of a hardware synth. And this is of the Fury 800. I'm going to leave this little bit of cake for later. So yeah, they've made a Fury 800. It's full bucket music. It's free. And it's a really nice poly hardware synth, basically. I mean, you know what a fucking... I'll show you a picture of it.
Oh wow, it looks just like the VST.
No, it's like, so it would basically be like that. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at this. It is for, I believe it's for both PC and Mac. It's not very big. Yeah, have a look at this. I'm just going to run you through some free stuff because we've talked for an extensive period of time politically, and I've had quite a lot of my own segment on Ollie's. So yeah, head over to Bedroom Producer Blog that I always like. There's the Bedroom Producer Blog and Synth Atomy are the best sites I have found so far for like free cool like VST packages or
there's a lot of sites out there with old legacy stuff on, but not that many that keep updated. So it's good. Bedroom Producers BPB when you mentioned them. You mentioned them to me a few weeks ago, and I check them out now, and they're one of the few ones that keep it updated. Regs.
Yeah, big shout out to Bedroom Producers blog, because they are they're a wealth. So yeah, have a look at the Poly 800 emulation. Why did it say Poly there? Fury 800 is free. Oh right, okay, all right. Sorry, I was being an idiot. So there's a Poly 800 synth called Fury 800. I do apologise, guys. You must have thought me very uncultured there. My hardware knowledge isn't great. If you want to teach me, fair enough. If you just want to mock me, I'll fucking fight you. I can't get through live stream without offering how to fight people. It's been difficult. I found this really nice tutorial, and I think this is a really good technique. Ollie uses this as tool too. So let's talk freezing reverb tails for using as pads.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that people
technique.
don't do it. It's literally one of my most used techniques.
And Ableton has that freeze button. It has a freeze button inbuilt into the reverb, so you don't even have to manually freeze your reverb tails or anything.
That's it. So a combination of this plus your pull stretch, and you're fucking sorted. Like
you've got all the sound design. You could not touch a synth, and you've got all the sound design you need.
All you need
you just
is
record Foley sounds and do that.
Like your lighter tapping on something, freeze the reverb, chuck that pull stretch. Now you've got 20 minutes worth of sound.
And that lighter tapping will have a tone in it that you can stretch out.
Everything has a tone.
It's crazy. So really, really think outside the box when you come into your synth sounds as well, because a lot of it's not as complicated as you think. You just have to think of it differently. So check out this. We'll put this link in. This is quite a good just run through of it.
Yeah, freeze.
I like these. I keep getting these little pop-ups, and I like these. It's like a little pop-up on my newsfeed. And someone's just sharing these little here's a nice technique. So you can you can use a really gentle bit crusher. Oh no, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But if you use, I guess it would be like the soft. Oh no, you wouldn't be doing downsampling. You'd be actually bit crushing it, wouldn't you? So apparently, if you turn down maybe the bit rate slightly.
Well, it's the same as channel D on our return channel. It's just fucking crushing it, parallel crushing.
Yeah.
Just gives you
more
because
you're saying about tape saturation as well.
Fry. It just gives you a bit of that high end sparkle.
It gives you a solid bit to work with, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like because you do it parallel.
Solider, more solid.
You keep all your nuances in the original, and then you create all these new harmonics with the distortions.
I don't think I could handle you without your nuances. He's got thousands.
Man, the nuance.
He is Senor Nuance. Right, so yeah, this is cool. Have a look at that. Put some saturation on your vocals. See if they're just flapping about a bit and stuff, it can just help bring them in line. Just use it really gently. I use this on my new track, Choose Your Side, and I love it. This is just great. So you just type whatever you had in here, and you've got like 7 or 8 presets of different robotic voices, and it will just speak whatever you say. And quite often, I don't feel comfortable saying the things that come into my head. So it's nice to type them down.
When you played that in your new track, I fucking love it. The Choose Your Side. And straight away,
so this is a really decent free one.
That culprit track, Jump for Me. It's great. Yeah. It's that same thing. It's awesome little.
So go and download this. It's called VST Speaker. We'll get all these links in the description and on a post and stuff. BPD again. 99 sound effects. I love using sound effects and stuff in my music. As we always say, adds a dimension that you can't get anywhere.
We were talking earlier about the urban decays full of urban sound effects. Literally, just
So you can get these are free. It's just 99 cinema sound effects. I'm going to download these later. But if I share my computer sound, I can play you a bit of the demo of them. Actually, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right. Tell me if you can hear this, me laddie. Nice. You probably want to get your hands on those, actually. There's that one, you know when it droned out that boom note? I'm going to take that and I'm going to sample it and I'm going to make a bass line just out of that.
You're gonna,
a proper roller, like a massive attack style. That's, I'm going to get this. This is cool.
Cool,
so, despite saying that Ollie doesn't use too many samples, I'll use these.
The thing is, it's tricky. When I say I don't use samples, I usually don't use samples for their intended purpose.
Yeah,
I will rarely get a bass sound and be like, oh, there's a bass I will use. It's more likely that I'll get some fat drums and turn
my
it into
use
a pad
to samples
somehow.
and presets very often is backing up my sounds. So I'll create a synth sound or I'll make a sample of something. And then to add another element of that, I'll be like, oh, that needs a smooth reese in it. And because I can't be fucked to make one, I'll go into a Serums and use their smooth reese because it's functional for what I need to do.
Yeah, it's not the main sound.
You've got to think about workflow as well. Like, you've got to get these tunes out.
Yeah, if it's not your main sound, then what's the point? Just waste the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy on people's samples usage. I think you can tell very easily in a track if someone is ripping off by using someone's samples, whereas just using their samples as sort of like as they're intended to be used.
Nice.
Right. So so have a listen to this. I haven't listened to this demo before. What do people say? They're rubbish.
Thank you. Right. Nice one, Tomislav.
So next up, so I was having a look at this. This is quite cool. I saw this. This is actually a part of the bedroom producer. Oh no, it's done that thing where it just gets really upset.
What's it doing?
So sometimes when it refreshes the tab, it hang on, I should just be able to. There you go. Oh, it's not working there either. Hang on. No, we're good, kids. We're good. So I found this part of Bedroom Producer Blog, which is called Free Sample Shootout.
Ooh.
And it's just people like selecting like what's the best, like the best ones seem to come to the top, and it's like give me the best guitar samples, give me the best It's like a database of those.
Cool.
So there's some like mellotrons and harpsichords, which I might get some later. There's some drum machine ones, but they're all free, and there's just great sample banks. So
nice.
Bedroom Producer Blog is brilliant, man. I literally rate this website so much. So have a look through this. It's got everything from like, you've got drum machine samples, and then you've got impulse responses for guitar cabinets. Like, it's fucking
everything you need.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I like these guys. I'm sort of in awe of this website. I kind of wish I'd started it. So big up BPD. That's pretty cool. Next up, right, I've got to be careful how I really do these now. I've done it the right way. You can still see this one tripping out over here.
It's a proper party.
I bet that's using so much CPU. Firefox is a bitch, man. Sample Science have released a free synthetic. I knew I was going to do that. Synthetic vortices plugin, which essentially appears to. Do you type things into it, or is it like a? Oh no.
No, it's like cinematic shit. I don't know what it is.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, I thought vortices, so it's not like a voice thing.
I thought it was a voice thing.
So this,
well.
No, that's all right. Don't worry. I'll bring it up with you later. So it seems like ambient loops.
It's like
made with the eSonic Fismo hardware synthesizer. So if you're a fan of that, unique transwave technology to create. Yeah, it does fucking synth stuff.
It sounds like it's like Iris a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Iris, but it's more like actually what it really is a player, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
So it's a player version of the Ensonic Fismo synth. So it's got some of their sounds built into seamless loops that you can sample and use as you please. Yeah. Which is cool. It's got a multi-mode LFO on it. It's got its own ADSR. It's got 188 megs of sample data. If you're a fan of ambient and lo-fi, and I make some lo-fi hip-hop and stuff, so I'll probably be looking into this.
Cool.
So have a look. I like a freaky delay, so I found this just before the. So yeah, this is awesome. Hang on, I'll play you. Am I still sharing my computer sound?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So have a listen to this. You'll like these. This is free as well. He's in love. So this is sick. We're doing this later. So yeah, essentially, I imagine you'll be downloading that quite shortly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally.
I've still not got into Stutter Edit yet. I've still not.
I haven't done it. Yeah. Oh man, I've got to start making tunes. I've just made I've got to finish this, and luckily I've forced myself to push the production into the live performance now. So that's why I've done this roller. My 2 tracks of the roller are going to be this live performance bit.
Yeah, it'll make sense.
But if you want me to do the same with your 2 tracks as well, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah,
because I'll end up doing it with all 4, and I'll do it as like a 20-minute mini mix for the EP, and we'll release it with the EP.
That'd be cool.
Because then you can just be like, here's the tunes, but if you don't like them, here's them remixed. If you don't like that bit there, I'll put it there sometimes, and later on I put it over there. I'll put it in the kitchen sink after. So this is really exciting.
Yeah,
I'm super hyped for this. Another big hit I need to do. This is mostly just to remind me to get my goddamn symphony orchestra. So I might force myself to do that straight away after this. Spitfire. I've got a granular whale song labs environment kind of thing. And I think we could use this as well. Imagine this slowed down. Imagine this kind of stuff slowed down and then
cut up and everything.
Should we have a listen?
Yeah.
Do you know what? This is a new aspect. I never actually play people the sounds of the things I'm talking about. They've all got previews on.
This collection of haunting textures was created from stunning recordings.
He sounds like a bloody granular whale song.
Sounds like
This collection of haunting textures was created from stunning recordings of whale song, transformed
sounds like the voice of Werner Herzog's right testicle.
using granular synthesis. Commissioned by me, Jarek Bischoff, in the National Theatre, these sounds formed the bedrock of my score for the stage adaptation of Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane, bringing to life the horror and beauty of the narrative. This is what it sounds like. Because creativity shouldn't be complicated, we've made it into this.
Anyway, that sounds really nice. We could use a lot of that in our Atmos bits as well.
Yeah, I usually just open Absinthe and just press my root note, and then press mutate until it gives me a nice sound.
Well, yeah, but this, I don't know. These. I want to have a look at the Spitfire Audio app and stuff because it's like a player thing. You get some functionality with it.
Yeah, once you got the app, then you'll get your other things, and then you're sorted.
So I'll work that out later. I have to do that later, but I'm gonna do live performance.
I'm gonna do something else instead.
Well, it's funny because we're not really. I can send you the WAVs of In Honor now because I've got them properly mastered.
Awesome. I need to do the artwork.
Right. So yeah, Spitfire Labs have released new free things. Just go onto the Spitfire Audio Labs website. It's sick. I wanted you to look at this. This was interesting. So Faisal Lunar and Soundmit, who are both probably German companies, but you never know. They have created a. It's called. So basically,
the first thing I saw was knob scale down on that. Oh, look at that.
Oh no, I've realised I bollocksed it. It's I thought it was a standalone, but it's an Inkscape. What's Inkscape?
It's for vector art.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So apparently you can now become a synth panel designer in it.
Okay.
So I guess this is making GUIs for synths, isn't it?
Yeah.
So have you ever used Inkscape for anything?
Yeah, I use that for our vectors.
Oh nice. I don't know what they are really.
Vectors are scalable images. So images are of a set DPI, like a set quality.
So it's images that will drag as you drag them.
Yeah, they're infinitely scalable because they're actually just vector points on a graph, so you can infinitely expand it. So for print, all of the stuff we do for print, like our logo.
Well, there you go. They've got a free synth panels designer if you want to make a synth.
Cool.
So that might be cool if you were doing an M4L thing and you wanted GUI for it.
Yeah, make it look nice.
Doesn't help if you don't use Inkscape, sorry, but I've helped him out. So, and yeah, that was my grand finale. Sorry, kids. But yeah, there's some good stuff here. Main exciting things I think are going to be this. Where's the glitch boy?
Glitch boy.
I just think this looks fucking brilliant. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. We're gonna have loads of fun.
The fact that
So yeah, I think a pick of the day. I'm gonna start doing a pick of the day as well.
pick of the week.
Pick of the week. So I think Hysteresis is my STONXCAST free VST pick of the week. So have fun with it. And
I want to hear some glitches. I want to hear glitches from all you people.
Yeah, get in the Discord, get in chat.stonx.co.uk. That's chat.stonx.co.uk. And
give
show
us
us
your
what
glitches.
give us your glitches and listen to our bloody music, you
Go on, have a
bastards.
listen.
I mean, you are now, so we're shouting at you for no reason, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got number 4 on the. I got lucky and managed to spend a while at number 4 on the DistroKid playlist.
Yeah, that was this morning's nice little touch, number 4 on the playlist.
So that's got me some plays. So yeah, and that was Urban Rampage as well. So loads of people are seeing the word urban now. So I do apologise.
No, that's the worst. Can't believe you've done this.
Look, in this life, and this isn't me taking the piss, like genuinely, and I think if people took this to heart a bit more, maybe everyone would get along a bit better. The best you can do is just multiple days check yourself. You're not a perfect person. You will lose track of things. You won't let things slip, as in say like racist things on telly, like the government. But you will let current affairs slip. You might lose track of the zeitgeist sometimes. And this isn't me trying to make myself feel better, because I never feel good. So just fuck off. So just don't come at me like that. But yeah, so it's important to just keep in mind that as long as you keep checking yourself and always try and improve yourself.
Rock just made it to the chat. I was just going to say hello because we're literally saying goodbye. So well done.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hello.
Good. Hello.
It was even longer this time, and you still fucked it. Sorry. Like we stuck about, mate.
No, to be fair,
we stuck about just to say goodbye. Actually,
like 6 hours behind
we've
us,
sat in silence until you've arrived stoically, just to say goodbye to you.
We sat here eating cake.
Just I chanted occasionally your name, but that was it. You've not missed anything. But you can also see the links to the stuff that you didn't miss in the description, and have a look at Hysteresis.
Yeah, I look forward to that. That looks fun.
Right, shall I stop the screen sharing for the finale? There you go, it's both of us now.
Oh, hey, you're huge.
Oh, we're really colourful hoodie on today.
Yeah, man, I like it.
It's one of those like Facebook click ad ones, and I keep expecting it to fall apart, but it's not. So I'm pretty chuffed. So yeah, should we round it off just by saying, everyone stay safe and don't turn into an arsehole. I think that's the best piece of advice you can.
Friday, our new EP drops.
Yeah, we are 12th of June. We have Riot EP that came out was it yesterday or the day before?
Friday.
Okay, so that came out on Friday. Go and have a listen to that. So that's like a half
Next
time
Friday, another one.
smasher. And then next Friday, we're releasing exactly a week apart. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
So we've got Alien Hand Syndrome coming out on the 12th of June. I'm creating a live set out of we're going to preview some tunes by way of live set. So I've got some D&B rollers on the way. I have just finished analysing and sorting my entire music collection from like all the tunes I picked up since I was in like college.
Like terabyte, wasn't it?
And they're all keyed up and tempoed up, so I know what's going on with them now, so I can start DJing properly. So once I've had a look around the tunes, and I've done a bit of mixing already, so I know I can crack on with it now. I should be able to start putting on mixes and shit. So hopefully there should be a new element to Stonx when we'll get a Mixcloud, etc., and start that. So that is on the cards. Anything else? Riot EP will give all the money to one of those causes. We'll confirm before basically as soon as someone donates, we'll be like, CAC, and then we'll work out what we're doing and send it out.
And then DistroKid's got it all sorted. The artwork finally is accepted, and that should all be on DistroKid, Spotify, and everything now. So
Alien Hand Syndrome. Should we play them out with a preview of one of the songs from Alien Hand Syndrome? Nah. All right, leave them. No, they don't deserve it. Right, I'm playing my tune because I want to get it more plays. Then play my tune. Play us out with my tune.
More plays. I want more plays.
I love this. I have control.
Right, I say I'll do this and then I'll share the screen, but then you're going to.
If you put Catalyst on, I'm going to run all the way to your boat and punch you square in the jaw.
Right, so anyway, let's play him out with Catalyst. I'll see you later.
Yeah, this has been all right. Give us a second to say goodbye. Bloody hell!
I was playing
Oh,
Catalyst
God,
anyway, you fuck.
Honestly, Ollie's like a monkey paw gift kind of person. So yeah, we have been Stonx. This has been Stonx episode, STONXCAST episode 10.
Yeah, man, double digits now.
We did, yeah, STONXCAST episode 10 because we did 9.5. We've got loads of stuff on the way in all forms. We'll be doing videos and stuff. We've just got loads of content on the way. And we're going to be, continuing to do this and sort of discussing our way through the forest that is the world at the moment.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, cool.
Yeah,
let's draw to a close then.
Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself fed. Keep yourself.
Yeah, stay sane and don't turn into an arsehole is the
And if
best
you can-
advice. And maybe at this point start stockpiling water.
Yeah, probably.
You don't need to start stockpiling food, but you probably want to know you got some water. I've been thinking about that recently. Not to leave you on a harrowing one.
It's all right. I fixed my water
Right.
tanks last year.
Should we
so-
say goodbye before
Yeah,
I
man.
babble this into 2 hours?
Awesome. Nice one,
All right.
everyone. We'll catch up with you all
See you later.
next week.
Be well.
Ciao for now.
These songs crap anyway.
Light.